The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is one of the world's most enduring and tragic. For decades, both sides have been locked in a cycle of violence and mistrust. Countless attempts at peace have failed. Now, in a move that has shocked the world, President Trump has announced a bold new plan. He proposes to take over the Gaza Strip. He wants to resettle the Palestinian population elsewhere. Is this a genuine attempt to break the deadlock, or is it a recipe for more chaos and suffering? The announcement came as a surprise to many. It follows a fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, the militant group that controls Gaza. Trump, now in his second term, seems determined to leave his mark on the Middle East, but his plan has already faced a barrage of criticism. Many are questioning its legality and morality, others doubt its feasibility. Still, some see a glimmer of hope. Could this be the radical solution needed to end the conflict once and for all? Trump's vision for Gaza is ambitious, to say the least. He wants to transform the impoverished and war-torn territory into a thriving economic hub. Imagine a glittering Riviera of the Middle East, he says, with luxury resorts and bustling businesses. The plan involves a massive investment in infrastructure, including airports, seaports, and high-tech industries. Trump claims this will create thousands and thousands of jobs. But the first hurdle is a daunting one: rebuilding Gaza from the ground up. The Strip has been devastated by years of conflict and neglect. It's littered with unexploded ordnance and crumbling buildings. The UN estimates it would take decades and billions of dollars just to clear the rubble. And that's before any actual construction can begin. Then there's the issue of resettlement. Trump has been vague on the details. He suggests Palestinians could be relocated to neighboring Arab countries. But he hasn't specified where or how. The Trump administration argues that the plan offers a unique opportunity for peace and prosperity. They believe that by removing the Palestinians from Gaza, they remove a major obstacle to peace with Israel. With Hamas gone, the theory goes, Israel would have no reason to maintain the blockade. This could pave the way for normalization of relations between Israel and its Arab neighbors. A prosperous Gaza, they argue, could become a model for the region. It could usher in a new era of cooperation and development. However, critics see this as wishful thinking at best and dangerous naivete at worst. They point to the numerous failed attempts to resolve the conflict. They argue that Trump's plan ignores the root causes of the conflict, including the Palestinians' right to self-determination. They fear that forcing Palestinians out of Gaza would only exacerbate tensions and fuel extremism. It could even lead to a wider regional conflict. The international community has reacted to Trump's proposal with a mixture of skepticism and alarm. Many see it as a violation of international law. The forced displacement of millions of people would be a humanitarian catastrophe, they argue. Human rights groups have condemned the plan, comparing it to ethnic cleansing. Even some of America's closest allies have expressed reservations. The Arab League has rejected any proposal that involves the resettlement of Palestinians outside of a future Palestinian state. The European Union has called for a negotiated, two-state solution. Even within the United States, there is strong opposition to the plan. Democratic lawmakers have accused Trump of pandering to his base and jeopardizing American interests in the region. The coming weeks and months will be critical in determining the fate of Trump's controversial proposal. One thing is clear: it has already shaken up the Middle East and beyond. Only time will tell whether this is a step towards peace or a giant leap backwards.